When I was 12 years old, I heard a news story on the radio about transgender children and their confused and distraught parents. I was in the car with my dad and brother on our way to our favorite restaurant. My heart beat, and my bones grew dense as I listened and sank into my seat. The news report privileged the parents' horror at their sick and perverted children, parents with tears in their voices. Ignorance and self-pity mixed with authentic concern. I remember my dad pulling into the parking lot as finally the news reporter gave the stage to a young transgender child. This little trans girl's voice smoked through the speakers and filled my lungs. As my family unbuckled seatbelts and opened doors, I remained rooted to my seat. Her name was Matthew. She didn't like that name. She wanted to wear dresses. Her mother said it was inappropriate to wear dresses. She wanted a pink backpack to take with her to kindergarten. Her dad said the other kids would make fun of her, so how about a blue one instead with Superman on it? She was 6 years old, and as her voice spoke truths I had never before heard out loud, my heart dove deeper and deep into my belly as if for vital protection. Clear tears spilled down my cheeks and red anger sparked up through my ribcage in a manner totally uncharacteristic to my safe and quiet personality at the time. I lost it completely. I wailed in the car. I couldn't believe these children were being denied such simple and innocuous access to colors, clothes, names. I couldn't believe these children were being denied access to a world that was so readily offered me. The world of girlhood. I sobbed in the passenger seat, still strapped in, suffocating with grief. My dad, concerned with my reaction, opened the door and knelt on the street. "What's wrong, honey?" I told him of my anger and disbelief at these parents' intolerance of their own innocent children's innocent longing for authentic self-expression. He could see I was still distraught, so he ventured a sensitive question. "Is there anything else? Anything else you want to tell me?" I remember pausing, realizing he was giving me an opportunity to come out. Was I transgender? I thought about it. I knew I didn't want to be a boy, and since at the time I didn't know any other way out of girlhood, no, Daddy, not really. It would take me another 8 years, a total journey through puberty and early adulthood later, for me to find my own self-generating, creative way out of girlhood, veering away from womanhood as soon as I saw it coming, and turning toward my own inherent gender-bending truth. With so much care and excitement. I was recently reminded of this story, of these early stirrings inside of me. I was in the middle of listening to another story about young children separated from the truth of who they are. This time, not transgender children, but another kind of young transgressor, children who are not crossers of genders, but crossers of borders. Children taken away from their parents, kidnapped as they aspired for fuller and richer futures in a world, yet again, so readily offered to me. The world of America and her shimmering, deadly dream. They crossed with everything they had. They were met by those who police borders, by the violence that surrounds borders, thousands of children taken, hundreds under the age of 5, some still breastfeeding, all held in concentration camps, detention centers, holding pens. Through the window of my computer screen, I saw their blurred faces between metal fences, keeping them jailed and alone. And the voice I suddenly heard, like a solemn whispering through the desert, was Matthew's voice from all those years ago. Mommy says it's inappropriate for me to wear dresses. Even the ones I really like with the butterflies and sparkles on them. But I don't wear those. Mommy also says it's inappropriate for me to tell anyone I'm a girl. So I don't. I don't want to be inappropriate. So I don't. This little girl's voice, full of sadness and longing to be reunited with herself, melting with the violence that surrounds borders, all borders, separated and alone.